Hi, in this session I'm going to explain you about that Microsoft Silverlight. If you're already familiar with .NET console or Windows application, this session is very useful for you. Obviously, this session is mainly for who are in the .NET background and wish to learn something on Silverlight. Yeah, in this session, what are you going to learn to achieve a beginner level? The end of the session, you will develop your own simple Silverlight applications. Yeah, as a first, what is Silverlight? I'll explain you. Then there are softwares to build Silverlight apps, and how and where to start is the main part. How and where to start. Then your first level application. Then I will explain you about what are the UI controls available and how to use them in your project. And I will show some web links of Silverlight showcase apps and and some of the finally and some of the online resources. Yeah, and first, what is Silverlight? It's nothing but a simple browser plugin with nearly 5 MB of size. Yeah, I assume you know of what is plugin. Actually, a browser plugin. You can install this plugin into your browser. Once you installed the Silverlight runtime in your machine, you can view any Silverlight application in your browser as like Flash. The main purpose of Silverlight is the main usage of Silverlight is developing a rich net application. Yeah, you find yourself what is RIA, rich net applications. Hmm. Okay, you may third you may raise a question. Where can I found this Silverlight runtime? Yeah, this URL you can download the Silverlight runtime. HTTP www.silverlight.net/downloads. Yeah, you see, here we have the Silverlight runtime. Once you click this, that will ask run, save, cancel. Simply by run, you can install the Silverlight runtime. Yeah, this is the first point. Now you downloaded your Silverlight runtime and installed into your browser. And one more thing, you find yourself what are the browsers that support Silverlight. I think most of the browsers, major browsers like IE, Firefox, Safari, and Chrome now support Silverlight runtime. Now, required software to develop Silverlight application. Already I told you in this previous slide. This Silverlight runtime. Of course, we need a browser. Without browser, we can't see anything. We need Silverlight runtime. We can get from this URL. Yeah. Then Visual Studio is it's an IDE, integrated development environment, that you can download from the same URL. You see, you have Visual Studio 2010 Express. It's a free edition that you can download. Then Microsoft Express and Blend. Blend is very powerful tool. You can develop Silverlight application, a simple Silverlight websites in an hour using this tool called Blend. That also available in this URL. You can download the preview version of Blend. It's a free of cost that you can use for I think nearly 3 months without any cost. It's a trial version. Yeah, as per our methodology in our company, as per methodology, we're developing UI using only C# code, not by XAML. This XAML means extensible application markup language, but we in here developed developing UI using C# code only. But you as a beginner, you learn Blend and XAML because that will reduce the time of your learning curve. That you will easily understand what is slow light and what is blend and what is animation, like. So download Blend also. Yeah, already I explained you about where to download the tools, where is available, and everything. Now how and where to start. Okay, now you downloaded all the records softwares like Silverlight Runtime and Visual Studio and Blend. Then how to start? Yes, yes, just simple. You, for any application that, or for any newcomer, if you learn a language, a programming language, the first application is, yeah, Hello World. If you learn start coding and Pascal, just Google Hello World Pascal. There will list you a lot of examples. In similar way, you do for Silverlight. Hello World Silverlight. You will get more examples. Yeah. Anyway, I will explain you your first Silverlight application. And one more thing. Now you land your once you land your Hello World Silverlight and you developed your first Silverlight apps application. In this URL, you will get more resource. Yeah, you see here what's new in Silverlight 5 is the current version. and then what is Silverlight getting started, Silverlight 4 and Silverlight 3, and working with JavaScript and other browser application, Silverlight and phone. Whatever that you need, you can simply get from this URL. Okay, if you want any offline help file like offline CHM, you just download this SDK. That SDK means for Software Development Kit. This kit will contain all the required softwares. All the required means the runtimes and the help files. It will contain a runtime and the help files. You can download from this link. Okay, now I am going to explain you about the how to develop your first Silverlight application. Yeah, as I told you earlier, already I downloaded my Silverlight application. Sorry, Silverlight runtime. Once you installed your Silverlight runtime in control panel, yeah, you can see this Silverlight is installed. Okay, and from the given URL, I have downloaded the Blend software. Now, once you installed your Silverlight runtime, Blend, and Visual Studio, you can start your coding. You see here, Microsoft Expression installed, Blend, Design, Web 4. But for Silverlight application, we we only need Microsoft Expression Blend. So I am clicking. Then new project, Silverlight application. Change your name as test app or hello world. Hello world. Its languages Visual C Sharp and target version is Silverlight 4. Yeah, clicked. Yeah, by you see this three icon, it's XAML and split. If you click this, only XAML will be available. If you click this, it's a top area is for and top area is used to view the design and bottom area is used to code your XAML. Okay, is the expression blend tool. Yes, yeah. In this area, you can simply drag the controls. Yeah, you see the list of controls that are available with blend: auto complete box, checkbox, setup pages, label, button basic control, and calendar. Uh, this recording this control I will explain you category wise. Now just I am going to explain the blend tool only. Is the blend environment. In this area you have the project view, then asset, states, it's a property. You can change the property of any controls using this property tag. Okay, now as I told you, our first hello world application. This is our first hello world application. As I told you earlier, in here we are developing UI one using C sharp code only. Is that why I am using or demonstrating using blend is to just to simplify your to simplify your learning curve. Okay, okay, now I'm having a great, I am typing text block. Yeah, it's a great feature of blend. It's a autocomplete or intelligence text test text box. Okay, yeah, now in this grid layout, it's a layout control grid. You ended on text block to run this application. Yeah, you see, once you entered a text here, that is available in the preview mode. Text box text test, yeah, available. Now you press F5 to run this application. Yeah, it's available. Once Silverlight installed in your browser, to confirm whether it is Silverlight or not, you just right click on the browser. You can see this context menu. It says Silverlight and click it's about Silverlight application and what is the version you're using, automatic update, playback. If you're using any webcam or mic, it will ask, and permission and application storage. This you will learn on later. Now I'm going to concentrate only on hello world application and how to use the controls that exist in Silverlight in the basic level. Now you come, this is our first hello world Silverlight. Hello Silverlight. Hello Silverlight. Then now you come to the that slide show. Yeah, now I'm going to explain you about the basic controls the Silverlight UI controls in category wise: layout, controls, text, images, and brushes. Layout control means if you familiar with HTML, I think you aware about that table, div, span. Yeah. In, in similarly, in Silverlight, that table is equal to grid and div tag is equal to canvas, and we have one more layout control. It's a stack panel. These controls are used to form the layout. It acts like a parent for several controls. It can contain any of the given control, whether it is a button, hyperlink button, text block, text box, or even a grid can contain a grid as a child. Now you see the layout control. Yeah. Here we have the grid layout. Its name is layout root and its background property is white. It's a property. In order to change its background into white into blue, you simply click and drag. You see now its background changing from white to blue. Okay, now you change this into blue. Now run the application. You see actually the browser is the size of the grid control, not fully occupying the browser width. Why it is? Why it is limited to this rectangle, to this area? The matrix you see here, the user control, the width is 640 and 480. Here we restrict the width and height. Use change this. We have, you see this icon. We give now you see in the browser what's going to happen. Now it occupied the full width and height. How? Because any control, grid is a control, it's inherit the width and height of its parent. You see the the grid parent is user control. Since you not mentioned the width and height, it's occupy the full width and height of the browser, so that grid inherit the parent width and height. Now you change the text block foreground color. Now you simply type foreground is white. Since we are using blue as a background, we are using white as a background. Now run. You see this is your first hello world Silverlight application. It's a grid, it's a grid control. Similarly, in In table we can have a row and columns. Similarly we, we have rows and columns. Row definition, you can specify the height of the row. Now I have three rows. The area is very plain. How can I know whether this grid contain three rows? Simple. Grid has one property called show grid lines true. If you make true, yeah. Now you see you have one, two. Where's the third row? Yeah. Here you see one, two, three. We have the three rows: first, second, third. Then you can place the controls. Text equal to first row, stored in the first row. In which row you want to place? In first row. This is in second row. This is in third row. Second row. Third row. Now F5. You see first row, second row, and third row. You see the third row. You fix the height. Now you see it's center lined. Since we fix the height, this is how to use the grid. Now I will explain how to use the canvas control. You can comment your code like this. Now I'm going to use canvas or background. Canvas name layout root. You can give any control. Now text block, text equal to test, 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 text. Now you see test, text. Now I am background is white, background is using red, background is red. You see that background is red. Applied. Now You see this text block aligned in top left. How to position this center or some other place you want to place? It has a property canvas dot top equal to 150, canvas dot left equal to canvas dot left equal to 250. You see, from here to it's aligned text top top 150, left 250. In this way you can align any control inside the canvas. You change the background. Yeah, now close the browser to all tabs. And one more control we have, it's called stack panel. It can also hold a child. Text block, text equal to first child, text block, text equal to second child. Yeah, now run. You see first child and second child. Yeah, the controls aligned horizontally. You see, horizontally. Now I wish to align first child here and second child here. Stack panel has a property called orientation. Yeah, horizontal. The default one is vertical. Now I'm going to change this horizontal. You see, first child and second child. Yeah, this is all about the layout controls. Yeah, as I told you, we using only C sharp code for developing UI, but I am explaining you in XAML. Okay, now I am going to explain how to develop UI in our C sharp code. Okay, here we simply have the layout only, layout control only, and its name is layout root. Layout root. Yeah, layout root. Now you click this hello world project, right click, edit in Visual Studio. It will open the instance of Visual Studio. Yeah, the same page available here. The main page.xml is available. Yeah, that layout root. Now is a code behind. You can write your own codes here. Still loaded event. Now I want to place a text box using coding in our grid layout. This layout. Okay. First I am creating a text block control txt equal new. I am instantiating, creating new control txt dot text, that text that is going to be going to display in Silverlight control test. control. Yeah, now we going to add this text block to our layout root. This is the layout root. How? Layout root dot children contain a property called children. You see, children is a UI element collection. You can add any number of collection into control. Just add. Now press F5. Yeah, it's added. Test control is added into our layout root. Layout root. You make a breakpoint by pressing F9 here. 5. Now we created a text block instance. Its text property is text control and added. Now you see children layout dot children. How many children contain? You can found in a immediate window. It contains one children. Yeah, this is how to add children in grid. In this similar way, you can create any number of controls in code behind and attach that control into your layout root. Then buttons, hyperlink, combo box. You come here. Yeah, in code behind and you see the list of controls available in blend. You just click this arrow to list controls all available controls here. You do your own test for these controls. What's text box, what is tab control? You do yourself. And this is the global application. And one more thing, one more important thing. What is XAP? You just right click, open folder in your browser. You come this bin folder and debug. Details, global type. You see here we have a XAP file. This is our test application. Yeah, you just open this test application in notepad. Just drag. You see inside the HTML we have an object tag. We utilizing this hello world XAP. That is available in this in here. Is the part of the Silverlight application. You just change this name to rare. Yeah, then just extract. It contains the DLLs that readable by the Silverlight runtime that you downloaded, that IMB size and app manifest. You, you simply ignore. Is the XAP is the hot for Silverlight application. Okay, okay. Now you develop your first Silverlight application. I have explained you about grid, canvas, back panels, and controls you do yourself, and text block, image, media element, brushes. This is the main thing. Now you take this. Now I have the first I will explain you using blend. Yeah, I have one rectangle control, height 100, width equal 100, width equal 100. I have to change the color. Yeah, in Silverlight, what we saying as brush is color. Just you can change the brush. For rectangle, the brush is color. You can change the color. In code beginning, you can change like this. For example, you can create brush BR foreground brush equal to new solid color brush, because brush is a abstract. Solid color brush, color dot from ARGB. A means alpha 0xFF, red, green and blue. Now you see FF is a full value. It is 0 to 255. That FF means 255. Okay. Now change. Red is cipher cipher, green is cipher cipher. So we taking blue color. Now you see this is foreground equal to foreground brush. Now you see the code. Yeah, the blue, we applied the blue color. This is how we apply the color for a control using our brushes. Okay. Yeah, as explained, layout controls. Controls you do yourself, and text. Already I I explained you text block and image. Yeah, that you may have some doubt in image. For that we have the image tags. You can use the source property to, to set the image. Now where we have the image, yeah, here we have the pictures. I am simply dragging and adding into the following image. We recommend that you use some select embed. It asking where to embed. Yeah, we embedding. You see, I am just dragged into. Now just type greek.jpg. Now you see the image, listed the image here. This is how to add image into our application. And brushes, I have explained you about solid color brush. You can create linear or radial color. You see here, it's a no brush, it's a solid color brush, it's a gradient brush, it's a tile. For example, I have the rectangle. It's a plain solid color. I wish to apply a radiant color. Yeah, you see now in top it's a black, it's white here. You can change the pattern or white to red. You click here, change black to white. Any color you use to change. This is gradient colors. It's a linear gradient. This is radial gradient. This way you can change the gradient pattern. Yeah, now I explained you about brushes also. Now the more and most important thing is dependency and attached properties. In Silverlight, if you wish to apply any animation, any animation that control must have the must be a dependency property, then only you can animate. Okay. And before that I will explain you what is animation. You see here, now I have the rectangle control. In asset tab we have the object and timeline. Here I am clicking new storyboard. So move storyboard, move storyboard, move storyboard. You see, now the timeline is appear from 0 to 1 second, 0 to 2 seconds. Now I am just going to move this control from position X to position Y. Now we just make a move, then okay, otherwise you increase its width and height. Now click this play button. Now you see an animation occur, and this animation stored into our user control resources. Now just stop. Here you see a red icon, a, a green icon is glowing. Stop and close. Okay, now you de developed an application, sorry, an animation. How to run this? Okay, Now open this. Yeah, because we changed our code here. Now reload. New storyboard tab. Begin. You see the designer. The storyboard name is new storyboard and just storyboard that begin and load. Now run. Now see and load. It's animating. Okay. Which property we be animating? See the target property is scale x. Okay. Now you take UA element, UA element, UA element, render transform and scale transform. Yeah, you see this render transform is from it's a type of dependency property. Okay, by using dependency property only we can animate any Silverlight control and and finally what is this attached property? Attached property is nothing but you see this XAML here. What we doing is we creating a grid and we creating a text block and using this grid dot row we saying this text block is need to position in first row of the grid. This grid dot row is said to be a attached property and grid dot row grid dot set row. You see, yeah, sets the value system that controls control row attached property. We attaching a text block and a grid. This is attached property. To animate any control, we need a dependency property. This is said to be a dependency property. Yes, now I explained you layout, controls, text and images, and what is process and dependency and attached property. These are the basic things. Now the user control. Now, oh, oh, what is user control? You see, this is the user control. When you open app.xaml, then app.xaml.cs. Okay, we in application starter we setting starting page as this main page. Okay, because this into this root visual we setting main page user control. You press F12 here, derived from main page, or simply you can change because the root visual only expect a user control. You see, yeah, it's only expect a UA element. You can give any UA element, not only the user control. In user control, it has more properties than a UA element, so that we using user control here. Now I explained you about layout, control, section image process, dependency, what is dependency, and attached property, and user control. Now showcase of Silverlight. You just Google yourself and see the product that are developed by component one that controls infragistics and Telerik. In this site, in YouTube and Metacast, that you can see the Silverlight videos. Then online resources. In this URL, in this in this URL, you can get more information about how to develop Silverlight application, more than what I explained. Yeah, I think now you know about what is Silverlight and how to develop your basic Silverlight application. And again, I wish to mention that one thing. This session is for the beginners only. A, a beginner from a .NET background can utilize this session. Apart from you read more from the sites, then only you can gain in-depth knowledge in Silverlight. Thanks.